Hello, hello. Welcome back to Vanilla Sky Tarot. Today's session, let's have a look at your previous workplace. How are they coping without you since you are, well, gone for something much better, I hope. We'll have a look how they remember you. What's the situation, general atmosphere in your previous workplace? How are they coping? And yeah, would they ever like to have your back? We'll have three piles, Buddha, Kitten, and the Moon. And yeah, let's start with pile one. Let's have a look at your previous workplace. I'm really tempted to use this Somnia Tarot. This kind of a little bit of a dark and spooky deck. Dark like this place. I'm hoping place without you. Let's ask. How do they remember you? The ones who are left behind in your previous workplace. Oh, cards are already starting to jump. Okay, Six of Cups. Oh, I'm tempted to use this. Six of Cups. Kind of a sweet energy, surprisingly, here, more or less. Five of Cups. Six of Cups, Five of Cups. Six of Coins, Six of Coins. So now I'm tempted to ask, why exactly did you leave then? Why did you leave pile one, this previous workplace of yours? Why? Ten of Coins. Yeah, I'm saying that this previous workplace was quite of an alright place for you. They remember actually you like a very positive individual there, a little bit even ray of sunshine for few people. For some of them, you even managed to create some, I would say, even lasting bonds of friendship. They really liked atmosphere around you. Some people remember you like one who really made them feel welcome, made them feel comfortable, and even your presence brightened being in that workplace some people's lives, right? They almost felt like everything is much better than you are there. They felt understood, they felt seen. I'm seeing many chit chats before, maybe, I don't know, around the smoking corner, or chit chats around cup of coffees or something like this. So yeah, many people remember that you are really amazing, not only like an employee, but you really knew how to create an atmosphere and how to create bonds that last, that unites. This Five of Cups and six of Coins, they really see you like this resourceful person, the one who is really probably even offering much better skills, much better expertise than this place really deserves, knowing what they're paying you, right? But generally, your workmates would say that there was always quite equal give and take, you know? You were not shying away from offering even some of the workmates your help. Sometimes you could even stay maybe a little bit overtime just to make sure that no one is stressed, that projects are finished. But of course, only within reason, you know, because you liked balance, you liked the idea of being fair, and you weren't quite ready to ever overextend yourself, you know. And why did you leave? I'm sensing that this was mostly not the case that you had some massive blowout, massive argument, some massive negative episode in there. I just felt that I'm feeling that this was just a common sense reason. You found something much better. You found a place with better career advancement straight away. I would say that you just promoted yourself, right? You promoted yourself outside this workplace and to much better position somewhere else with sexier salary, better benefits, maybe even easier job. I would say that this looks like something like executive chair. So I would say some of you went to some higher up position when you have much more money and less work. Amazing, pile one. And you really felt that, yeah, it was this previous workplace was all fun. It was well while it lasted, but well, guys, you can't really stop my evolution. And unfortunately for you, fortunately for me, I had to navigate away. Right? Almost sorry for your loss, guys, but I've got better places to be. Yeah. So let's ask. In what situation that previous workplace you left? In what situation they are finding themselves right now? What's happening there right now? King of Swords. Decision time. Seven of Coins. Still grinding hard, and Queen of Coins. Yeah, I would say that there is some decision times. Maybe some change of executives, change of the bosses. Also, I'm sensing that maybe some higher bosses are keeping really strict eye on them, and some more regulations could be implemented in this workplace. I kind of have a feeling that you are still keeping in touch with few people from your previous job, so maybe they are telling you this, that things got a bit stricter since you left. Some other kind of instances, law, or maybe some higher bosses, if this is some sort of branch, are controlling them and they're being quite strict. They're really following, so everything, all the preferred practices, all the legislation is really being implemented, right? So the people who are really working there has to grind even harder. They have to be even more routine. They are feeling a little bit more micromanaged, but at large, business as usual, more or less. Also, with this Queen of Coins, I would say that maybe they're getting some extra funding, but also with the additional resources, they're being more controlled how these resources are being really spent, right? So yeah. They are still grinding. The routine is still there. And I would say that, yeah, maybe even they are getting a little bit of a pay rise, but they are working even a little bit more, and they have to be more routine and more strict. They're getting more controlled, like even a bit more than when you are working there. How are they coping without you? How are they sensing, feeling the loss of you? Ten of Swords. Queen of Swords. What the hell, pile one? The Star. Oh, I'm really sensing that since you left, things are not good at all. At times they almost felt that the sky is falling down, nothing can save them, some projects are not really going to reach the finishing line. Sometimes the deadlines are not going to be honored. I don't know, maybe you are some high level expert, maybe you are really one they can't really replace so well. Yeah, but they are feeling that things are not just the same without you. I'm already sensing with this Ten of Swords that they fucked something up, that they really messed up something big. I would say that some important projects, and I have Nine of Swords on the back of the deck, anxiety, stress, tossing and turning at night. Yeah, that's some more important projects that had to be finished in time. They didn't get finished in time. They needed to extend. They needed to explain themselves. Even bosses needed to explain themselves, and probably even bosses and managers were tossing and turning at night because we saw this Nine of Swords in the bottom of the deck. And yeah, they were really anxious. They felt that they are not coping, that things are just falling out of their hands without you. And with the Star, they are gathering, they are gossiping, especially managers with the Queen of Swords. Yeah, they are talking about how good it was when you, Pile One, was there. You were such a bright star. You were almost like a fucking northern star to them, you know. You guided them with your light, with your expertise, with your skill set, with your dedication, with your helping hand, and now there is just no one like you, and sometimes they are just feeling like they are falling off that cliff. Yeah, without your help, they are not really in such a comfortable place. Yeah. Would they want you back though? Would they want you back? Well, apparently I think the cards are answering this question, that they're lost without you, but still, to be fair, because I'm asking this question, I'll be asking this question for other pals, so let's ask, would they want you back? The Fool. Six of Wands, and it happens to be reversed. The winning prince. The victory is reversed. It means the victory won't be victorious. The victory won't be reached, and the prince won't be riding high on his white horse, right? The prince is falling down the horse right to the ground. Yeah, the prince is going to be disillusioned. In the same way, your managers, your bosses, already I think they are disillusioned because they feel that even the wish itself with the Fool card, yeah, this type of a wish for you to return is kind of a foolish, all right. They can wish, of course, they can be hopeful, they can tell around their cups of coffees that, well, when she was there, when they were there, it was so amazing. Everything is possible, maybe one day. But they well know that this is not going to happen because you coming back is not going to happen. There are many things they might wish, but this is not going to happen. This wish of theirs is not going to materialize, you know, with Six of Wands reversed. No, this wish is not going to be granted for them. And with Seven of Swords, kind of, yeah, Seven of Swords sometimes is seen as deceit, but also Seven of Swords is seen as a person who is unapologetically doing what is best for them, serving their interests. Yeah, so they understood that you are doing what's best for you. You are chasing your own ambitions, and going back to them is really the last thing on your mind. So yeah, this is what I have for Pile One. Yeah, quite a tough place. Your previous workplace is without you. They remember you only with good word. Yeah, what can I say? Good for you, good for you. Pile One. Hello, Pile Two. Let's ask about the ex-workplace of yours. How are they coping without you? How are they coping without you? How do they remember you? What's the situation in your previous workplace? And would they want to have you back? Once again, would they want? Theoretically, of course, only theoretically. So yeah, let's ask. Let's ask for pile 2. How are they remembering you? How do they remember you? 5 of Cups. Reversed. Knight of Coins. Steady. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady influence. Slow and steady does the job. And the Hierophant. Well, they remember your attitude and the working style as quite unprecedented, quite unorthodox. They really couldn't really figure you out. How are you doing this? What playbook are you following? What skill sets do you have? And I kind of have a feeling that you were not really so willing to show them, to display them. What skill sets already you possess? What secret tools you have? You kept it for yourself. I don't know. I think that this syndrome I'm telling about is quite typical to guys who are into programming or something like this. They wouldn't really disclose other programmers what kind of shortcuts, what kind of tricks are they using to create something truly outstanding. They see it like their own private secret, and they are not really willing to share. So I would say this could be a case of something like this. You were not really openly displaying how are you making that magic happen. With Knight of Coins, you were working maybe slow, but on time. You weren't rushing yourself, but you did everything outstandingly. I'm also sensing that you weren't one of those people who can be really tricked to rush themselves to finish a project in the exact timeline they want you to do. You would be the one to say, no, to do this properly, I need, I don't know, 3 days, not 2.5, 3. And you would be really standing your ground, and you would be really insisting that I need such and such time for this, and this is how are we doing this. Just leave me alone, and I will, in 3 days, I will be back, and everything will be in the best possible condition possible, right? And with this 5 of Cups, there is kind of like this lingering sadness that they felt already, maybe already a while before you left, that they won't be able to keep you, that eventually you are going to leave them, and there are not really enough resource for them to offer you to make you stay. I'm sensing this. I'm already sensing from this King of Coins that you were financially stable there, but you were very confident, and you also started to get a bit bored of the job. You needed some sort of novelty. You felt that you are feeling a little bit rusty there, and you need a challenge, something like this. So there were maybe multiple reasons why you did what you did and exited the place, right? What is the situation in your previous workplace right now? Page of Wands. The Lovers. There is some decision time. Maybe the company is even being bought, overtaken by some other company, you know, because those things happen. Or maybe on contrary, they're getting split, right? By 6 of Wands on the end of the deck. Yeah, but this is more like a hopeful energy around this, because everybody working there hopes that this changes for the best. Maybe the company was struggling, maybe they felt that there is, I don't know, some dangers of some competition coming in, so they decided that this is, the boss decided, of course, that this is the right thing to do. And I would say that there is some change in the cards also with Four of Swords reversed. That some routines, some practices they had set in place for a while now has to really go out of the window. In some cases, they really will need to change the head office also, right? The change of address maybe. But with Page of Wands, yeah, this is novelty, but this is kind of a positive novelty. Most people would be hopeful about this. They are expecting almost something positive out of it. They already felt like, oh, they saw this change coming already, maybe even when you worked there were talks about this, and now they are like, oh, but some things will be changing and the change is good. They're almost excited about the change. How are they coping without you working there though? Oh, 10 of Wands. They are coping with great difficulty. They're feeling that sometimes the workload is just a little bit too much for them. Because you see, this poor devil, it's not really feeling very relaxed under all this pressure. With Two of Coins, they have good days and they have bad days, like in a nut house, right? They are up and down, like a stock market. Their mood is up and down, up and down. Sometimes, at some days, things are just falling out of their hands. They feel that they can't manage. Sometimes they feel that they can't just move under the workload anymore. It's just too much. I'm also sensing that probably since you left, they even didn't hire anybody new. They just divided the workload between the people who are left. Or maybe they employed some intern or something like this, and this person is not really so helpful, right? And they really had to sit down and think really big and hard. How are they going to manage without you? I'm almost sensing that in some cases they had to change their inside laws just to accommodate this change of your leaving, right? They had really to switch something. So I'm really sensing that they maybe also wanted to be tight, because probably to find somebody at your level would be extra expense, and at the moment they can't really afford it. So the bosses try to be smart and sneaky and change many things around, reset almost some of the rules, just to accommodate the fact that you are leaving. But the actual employees left there, they are struggling. They have too much on their plates right now. Would they want you to come back though? Theoretically, would they want you to come back though? Especially knowing that they have to pay you too. Strength. Oh, they would like you to come back. They would like you to come back. I would say that would be almost like a new or deja vu influx of creative power, energy, vitality in the workplace. If you would theoretically come back, and like this lady, monster lady, who is ready to almost build the whole city alone overnight, right? Yeah, this would be your role. They would almost be, oh, it's so good that they're coming back. So they will rebuild everything overnight. So amazing, right? They could really feel that, oh, we can rest now. They are on the job, right? They would really benefit massively from your coming back, and I think that they know it, and they're also talking about this. But with this 9 of Wands, they would, of course, never admit you anything like this, and they probably know that this is not likely to happen, so that's why they're feeling a little bit defeated. But I would say that they are feeling very passive aggressive about this. They don't even want to openly say it because they know that this is not likely to happen. So the maybe employees are talking about this, but the bosses are keeping quiet and they don't even want to admit it, that that would be so great that if this person would ever come back. Yeah. What else? What else? How are you? How are you feeling in your new workplace? I don't know why I felt tempted to ask this. Oh, the Chariot. The Fool. The Chariot, the Fool. The Queen of Coins. Surprisingly, in your new workplace, you are feeling so stable. For once, you enjoying the settlement, you enjoying the stability. I think that for you, this new workplace, comparing with the previous one, gives you much more even physical stability. Maybe you even enjoy the office itself or surroundings much more, or it's closer to your home. Because with this Chariot reversed, maybe you are happy that you don't even need to use your own car that much. I don't know, maybe there's public transport or your office is in a walking distance. And with the Fool, you really like that in your existing now workplace, you are feeling much more stable. You are not feeling that, oh, the day is arriving and I don't know really what I'm going to do. No, you have your own routine, you have your own stability. You don't have to be too creative, you don't have to be too stressed. You can just be enjoying yourself in perfect peace and harmony. So yeah, interestingly, this is what I'm seeing for pile 2. So yeah, so for this your previous workplace, their wishes about your coming back are not really to be satisfied. This is going to remain like an impossible dream. And hello, pile 3. With this moon, I'm really tempted to use this vampire tarot deck. Yeah, to ask some questions about your previous workplace. How are they coping? The people in your previous workplace, how are they coping? They without you. Are they fully happy there without you, or they are struggling? How do they remember you? In what situation your previous workplace is right now? And would they possibly want you to ever come back? Theoretically, of course. Well, let's ask. How are they remembering you? How do they remember you since you're gone? Six of Swords. They really feel that since you were there, things really had changed a lot around this place. You went there and everything changed. You had this almost like this transformative power, and everything you touched transform. Was this maybe your insights, maybe your advice? Or if you really, if you are the boss, if you are the boss in this workplace, you could be, I can see why, you could be the person who really made some quite significant changes, right? You reset the rules of the whole place. But you really had this power to make things happen, to make this workplace or the project, to make the transition from point A to B. You weren't really worried if that was unpleasant to some people. You didn't shy away from making uncomfortable decisions. So I would say that you made some, maybe even enemies. You hurt few people just by decisions that weren't really popular among some employees, but you didn't shy away. Maybe this workplace you are asking about, before you came there, it started to enter some transitional phase. I don't know, maybe some people needed to be fired, or some rules to be reset, or the direction of company completely changed. And you came in and you made this decision smoother. Something like this could happen also. I'm really seeing like this is some almost like a management position or even higher up. And I would say that your influence was transformative, but in the same time, it was soothing in very challenging times. You created transformation, and you also soothed the transformation. And also it was possible that it was only temporary contract or temporary job, or the contract which was closed only for some a certain time. Like when you came to this place, you knew that you are going to be there for a year. You will do your job, no matter who you are, but you will do your job and you will leave afterwards. So they kind of saw almost that you are going to leave after a certain period of time. What is the situation right now in your previous workplace? I don't know why, but for some people I just kind of almost saw from those cards that this could be a nursing contract, because those cards also can send this type of a message in abstract level. Because temperance, healing, almost blood transitions. Three of Swords could be seen as almost healing the wounds, injuries, if taken literally, right? Because we are traditionally seeing a pierced heart, and Six of Swords is also a transition. It could be a contract job for a doctor, surgeon, or nurse. Let's ask, what is the situation in your previous workplace right now since you are left? 10 of Wands. The Empress. 2 of Wands. I would say that there has been some change of the management. Some lady ruler is being set in place. Maybe if you are the boss, then in your place is this very powerful, fabulous, powerful woman, this ruler. Also, with 10 of Wands, lots of work. Work is never done. Everybody is grinding. Everybody is almost burned out. But I'm sensing that maybe for this type of a workplace, this is business as usual, right? And with 2 of Wands, there there is always this change energy in this workplace. And I'm sensing that at this time, your previous workplace is standing in some sort of the crossroads. They are facing some new phase again. Maybe the company is growing internationally or building new branches. In some cases, they could be really being transferred from one physical office to another. Time of change in your office, and the new administration is some powerful lady came to be their leader, right? But everybody is still overburdened and overworked. How are they coping there without you? How are they coping without you? Are they feeling the loss? Oh, they are feeling the loss. But they are also, they used to feel the loss. With the death card, they are certainly feeling the loss. They kind of sense that some of your characteristics, some of the ways you influence the workplace cannot really be replaced. But with the death card, I'm sensing that they saw this, your transition coming. And they are kind of, this type of workplace is kind of well used to loss of people like you. They see the change, they see this coming. And I'm sensing that in your work, in your place, there is another guy right now, some King of Wands, somebody quite charismatic, quite bossy, quite sassy. Maybe you even know the guy. So the answer is, yeah, they kind of sense the loss for a while, but as they saw you going, then they quickly rearrange themselves and they found somebody charismatic in your place. Your place wasn't empty for a long. I'm kind of sensing by those cards that this is type of a place with quite a frequent, quick circulation of employees anyways, in all levels, not only as employees, but as bosses also. Would they want you back though? Would they want you back though? Five of Swords. In this case, I'm sensing that some people really wouldn't even like to think about you coming back, because they had an argument, they had a personal issue, personal conflict of interests with you. But also, generally, they kind of think that in this particular workplace, when you are working, everything is possible. Maybe you even seen that this is happening, that some people in all levels, maybe even bosses, are going away, then afterwards coming back, and in this workplace, this is seen like normal. So there is like almost this attitude that, well, if they want to come back ever, yeah, sure, why not? But generally, they wouldn't even be surprised. I mean, I'm almost sensing that also this is a larger company where the people are coming and going and coming back, and this is not seen as something miraculous or unusual, right? Everybody is just grinding, doing their own business, right? But I'm sensing that with this Five of Swords, there is some people has a personal issue with you. You had some personal conflict of interest, maybe some bitchy arguments, and there are some people who especially wouldn't like you to come back because you were butting heads, right? I'm still tempted to ask what they're talking in, not the boss level, but some employee level. Well, the employee level. the lower level of employees. What are they talking when they are remembering you? How do they remember you? Hanged Man reversed. 10 of Swords, 9 of Cups. They are kind of sensing that they are telling that, oh yeah, almost I don't know why were they there for so long. They felt stuck. And eventually they copped on and unstuck themselves. They are kind of sensing that almost you were there for a while and this place made you depressed, or you were there only so long only because you were depressed. Because you know, sometimes when we are sad, when we are mentally exhausted, depressed, burned out, we are almost running too low of an energy to even leave. And this is what they're saying, that probably they were there only for too long because they were too depressed even to look for something new. But they saw that it is inevitable that they will find that you will find something else. And with this 9 of Cups, they're almost like, oh yeah, but we thought that they're going to leave. They are going to find their happy ending. They are going to materialize their wishes because they have everything. They are ambitious, they are successful, they are well presented. Of course, they're going to find their happy ending somewhere else. Because somehow I'm sensing that they know that this workplace is rarely somebody's really dream environment. So they probably say that, oh yeah, you were suffering then, you were tolerating this environment just because it was good for your CV or something else. But they kind of almost predicted it, but also they're not bitter. They are even somewhat happy that you are in better place. Yeah, so, and they sense that, yeah, sure, they have everything they need for this successful transition. They're well presented, they're fabulous, they have their CV in a good place, so sure, off they go. Good luck. Yeah, so this is what I see for pile 3. Thank you for watching.